Hi, it's Dave Radcliffe, the Radcliffe Group, Keller Williams Realty Southwest. I'm here today with my friend Kelly Wade. He's my appraisal oracle. He's been in business since Christ was corporal, about 30 years, forever, and he's got a list of designations long as my arm. In fact, he's been an appraisal commissioner. So we're getting asked a lot of questions about appraisal changes that are coming out with Fannie Mae, all your conventional loans, and it's called Collateral Underwriting. I had to look at that because, you know, the federal government comes up with big words to describe anything. So it's not as difficult as it sounds. Can you give us the kind of basics for the layman, what that change is going to be in collateral underwriting?
Well, collateral underwriting is nothing more than a risk assessment tool, and the users are going to be underwriters and appraisers.
Okay, and how is that going to really affect our clients as that begins to roll out January 26?
Fannie Mae doesn't have an intention on, they don't intend on it having an effect on anyone other than appraisal and underwriting.
But we know it always does. It's going to be 60, 90 days, some kind of feeling out process on this.
Yeah, anytime there's change, you obviously have some type of a learning curve. So the feel that I'm getting out there is that the appraisers are ready. We know there's going to be change. And you know, we've dealt with underwriters. They're initial users of our appraisal reports, and underwriters are getting trained. So even if there is some type of change, I speculate that it's probably going to be 30, 60 day where you might see some slowdowns where we get used to the system. But we've had as big of changes in the past, so we'll get through it.
So if I understand correctly from you that they're going to use some modeling and some statistical data.
Yes.
And when if you look at your appraisals and they talk about adjustments that are made in the comparables, right, there's going to be more uniformity in that. Is that
yes,
kind of what I'm understanding?
It's actually an exciting part about the system change, because the old system was basically message based and it dealt with just compliance. This new system actually relies on the information of the appraiser's appraisals and everybody else's appraisals within that market in order to understand what's going on out there in terms of, for example, you mentioned adjustments. If the adjustments are reasonable, then obviously they're going to see a lot of consistent information and feedback. If their adjustments are outliers, there's obviously going to be a kickback, and then if it needs an explanation or further support, then the appraiser is going to provide that. But that's really not a change from what we do before. There are no fundamental changes as far as the adjustment process or supporting your adjustments.
So if we have a really highly upgraded home, this isn't going to constrain value. The appraiser is just going to have to justify the value assigned to that adjustment?
It should actually improve the appraisal process. It should actually help the appraisers. It should actually help underwriters in understanding the credibility of the appraisal and the risk associated with the appraisal. So I would suspect that we'd see an improvement.
Okay. And on the other end of that, because I know this is always something my clients would be worried about, if not enough value was assigned for some of their upgrades or property condition, that would also kick it out, would it not?
Right. I think a good example might be pools. If you're in a multi-million-dollar market and an appraisal comes back with, say, a $5,000 adjustment for this elaborate pool, that's something that's suspicious. And so, yes, the outliers will get kicked out, and then the appraiser is going to have to explain, you know, why is this pool only worth $10,000 when it's obviously cost $100,000.
Okay, great. Well, this is going to be a complex subject. I always go to the subject matter expert, and that's this guy, to get our information. So if you have questions about this, I really encourage you to give me a call on the phone or go to my website for more information, because we'd be happy to help you with these kind of issues. They're complex. Don't do this real estate stuff alone. That's what we're here for. Thank you so much for watching.